November 15th of 24. Just a flapping lips video to talk about where I am with this project. I wonder if I could get enough water to try out my boat motor. Hello and welcome back, Jim Boat. All right, so where I left you off was we're gonna get some dimensions on the roof. So get your pen and paper and some pencils or whatever you need. Let's go over some dimensions on what the solar panels should look like on the roof. This is the front of the boat. So from edge to edge, and I want to show you the edge here. There's 3 inches right here, 3 inches over there, 3 inches over here. The measurements I took were for right here because this is where the panels will probably go. I think I'm gonna get some tracks and put down here. I kind of like the idea, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. But anyway, so from in here to here, it's 93 inches. That's all the way down on both sides is 93 inches. If I put tracks on here, I'm gonna get another 6 inches, 3 on both sides of the boat. So what do you guys think about that? And from the very tip of this, all the way down here to the air conditioner, it's 142 inches. If I take off 10 inches, that'll keep it out to about here. I'm thinking that for the shadow, so when the sun is in the back, it won't shade too much of the panels. But this section back here, right in here, it's 38 inches in between here, and it's 26 inches over here. And this way, it's 42 inches. I did consider pulling this up to put more panels, but I think I'm gonna be all right on panels. So from right here, right back to the railing, right where the railing goes in, it's 100 inches. Here's my thought, and I want to get your all's idea. When I was looking at solar panels, I think I can get 4 panels here. So I think one portrait here, one portrait here, one portrait here, one portrait here. And what's kind of important for me is I want a walkway that goes up here so I can wash the solar panels. Now I don't need a walkway right here, but if I have a walkway right through here, I can wash off the solar panels like this, walking up right through here. And then the walkway might go right through here where the step is, what I'm thinking. So I could put the panels further this way. So I would stack them here, and then have the walkway right here. So those are the dimensions. I'm going to try to put this sheet of paper online. If I put tracks down, then I don't have to worry about the size of panels that I get, because the tracks will be set so wherever size panels I have, how wide and how long, the tracks will be there and I can just fasten them down. If I don't do that, I have to get all of the panels the same at the same time. So I would need 6 panels to cover this whole roof, and then I would fasten them right to the roof. Now that we have the dimensions on the roof, I need to tell you what kind of battery bank that we have to keep charged up with the solar. The outboard motor is going to have to be a 96 volt outboard motor, and it's going to be about a 50 horsepower motor. We'll talk more about that in another video. Therefore, the battery bank has to be a 96 volt battery bank. And that's just what the voltage takes to run the 96 volt outboard motor. Okay, back to the roof and the solar. Previously, I had talked about getting bifacial solar panels. Now I'm not so committed, but let me tell you my thought process, and you all let me know what you think. Bifacial solar panels, from what I understand, will only give you about 5 to 10% power advantage. However, the caveat is that you have to lift it off the ground so it gets that reflective energy. I can only lift these bifacial solar panels out maybe 10 inches off of the roof. My thoughts on that are, I'm going to be driving this boat about 70 miles an hour down the freeway, and I don't want those panels to blow off. So is it such a good idea to have that air gap between the roof and the solar panels going down the highway? So therefore, I'm no longer committed to the bifacials. I'm more than happy to get plain old solar panels and just mount them to the roof and go on down the river. The next thing that I was thinking about is the tracks. I wanted to put tracks on the roof. So my thought was, if I got these solar panels and I put them up there and I didn't do the calculations correct and they didn't fit right, I kind of thought that the tracks would give me the ability to switch them around a little bit and still have mounting points to the tracks that I could wiggle the solar panels around in case I messed up something. I'm not totally committed to the tracks, I'm more than happy to mount them right to the roof, quit analyzing it, and go on down the river. But I really want your all's ideas on, is it worth the hassle to put the tracks up? I still would like to have them, but am I just overanalyzing this? And I also went to a local solar company, and I told the solar company the dimensions I had for this boat. This is what this guy's suggestion was. Now, this solar company sells home solar panels. These are very large solar panels. So his suggestion was to get 6 panels and mount them to the roof of the boat. The specifications for these solar panels each panel would be about 300 watts. It would have an open circuit voltage of about 35 volts per panel. From what I understand, to keep a 96 volt battery bank up, I would have to have about 150 volts to 200 volts of power going into a solar charge controller to keep that battery bank up. I guess it has something to do with the low light levels and being able to still produce power to charge those batteries. Now that voltage, as they would say in the old westerns, that'll kill you. I really have to be smart about this project to protect myself and the equipment. So I really would like your all's input on, do I need that kind of voltage coming off of the roof? So let me tell you the bottom line of what I'm looking for the solar on the roof. I just want to get as much solar power as I can from the roof to keep those batteries charged up. I'm okay with getting smaller solar panels, getting more solar panels and less wattage, but getting more panels. I really am looking for your all's ideas on the configuration of what I can do for this roof. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you on the next video.